At the height of the Roman Empire, their Colosseum was used as a gaming sanctuary to pacify the restless public while offering up sacrifices through sport to their gods, irrespective of their authenticity. Such was the case for the NFL's 56th Super Bowl, as this made-for-mass consumption television production took place during an Olympic year in the same city that hosted the 1984 Summer Olympics that themselves were held in a stadium aptly called the Colosseum. At this annual pro football event, which oddly showcases Roman numerals, there were no ruling ancient emperors in attendance, but an exalted GOAT was honored. Remember that almost all major professional sports organizations provide populace guiding entertainment, not real athletic contests. In the case of the NFL, it is not a league comprised of 32 separate clubs that fight with each other yearly for one trophy. Rather, the NFL is one corporate entity that is divided into 32 departments or teams. As such, this show business conglomerate can full well do as it pleases in regard to structuring the outcomes of their presented games. They alone can and have the right to predetermine champs, chumps, perennial winners, and continual losers, complete with fresh-baked storylines to appease their price-gouged fans, all while a subliminal narrative is skillfully woven. Such may be the case surrounding the remarkable professional career of retired megastar quarterback Tom Brady. In this episode, I will focus on how the NFL's Super Bowl 56 neatly concludes the TB12 saga with a fitting ceremony to honor the football character turned sports deity Tom Brady. Please be sure to see my linked video below, Pro Football Presents the Uncle Tom Brady Deception, as that information will add more clarity to what we will cover here. What I'm about to share is factually based in accordance with verifiable evidence, strong numeric patterns, and storylines provided by the NFL and their partners. In this diversion of scores, stats, and rank, numbers reign supreme. Aside from highlighting obvious numeral matches, we will uncover more veiled patterns by using two basic decoding methods. The first is called name count, where we simply add the letters in a person's name, thereby producing a number result. For example, the name Jamie, J-A-M-I-E, equals 5. The other easy method we'll use is called single-digit reduction. This just means adding multi-digit numbers together until you reach a number of significance or a single digit. For example, the number 77 would become 7 plus 7, which equals 14, and if you wanted to reduce further, 14 would then become 1 plus 4, which equals 5. Our intent is to uncover hidden story patterns with the assistance of number repetition that relates to this part of a much larger script. The numbers we'll focus on here are 3 for Tom, 5 for Brady, 7 for Tom Brady's total Super Bowl wins, 8 for Tom Brady's full name, 10 for Tom Brady's total Super Bowl appearances, 12 for Tom Brady's jersey number, 22 for Tom Brady's NFL career, and 44 for Tom Brady's age at retirement. Okay, so with all that said, let's begin. Super Bowl 56 was played on February 13th, 2022 by the Los Angeles Rams and the Cincinnati Bengals. The game was won by the Rams with a score of 23-20. The NFC champion Rams ended their season with a total win-loss record of 16-5. 1 plus 6 plus 5 equals 12, or Tom Brady's jersey number. The AFC champion Bengals ended their season with a total win-loss record of 13-8. 1 plus 3 plus 8 again equals 12. The MVP of the game was Rams wide receiver number 10, Cooper Kupp, which is also 10 letters, which represents Tom Brady's Super Bowl appearances. And another player of note, Rams running back Sony Michel, 10 letters, who wears the number 25, 2 plus 5 equals 7 for Tom Brady's total Super Bowl wins. Michel was also a winner in Super Bowl 53 with the Patriots, where he wore number 26. 2 plus 6 equals 8, or Tom Brady's full name. Thus, Sony Michel holds the distinct honor of playing with Tom Brady on his last Patriots championship team over the Rams, and is now a member of the LA Rams' first Super Bowl winning team in that city. Tom Brady's jersey number 12, when added together, 1 plus 2 equals 3 for Tom, and if his jersey number were reversed, it would be 2-1 or 2-1, also known as February 1st, the first day of Black History Month, which is also the date on which he officially announced his retirement from the game. Thus, number 12 played 22 years and retired on 2/1/2022. If we added those numbers together, 2 plus 1 plus 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 2, we would get the number 9, which is the jersey number for both starting quarterbacks in Super Bowl 56. Also, Tom Brady's retirement date can be written as 2-1-22, which equals 7 Tom Brady's total Super Bowl wins. The date of Super Bowl 56 again was 2-13-22, which equals 10 Tom Brady's Super Bowl appearances, or this can be written as 2-13-2022, which equals 12 Tom Brady's jersey number. This was the championship game for the 2021 season in the 102nd year of the NFL. We can easily see Tom Brady's 12 within the number 102. And if we add all 7 numbers, 2, 0, 2, 1, and 1, 0, 2, that would equal 8 for Tom Brady's full name. This was the 56th edition of the Super Bowl game. 56 divided by Tom Brady's jersey number 12 would give us 4.6. 4 plus 6 equals 10 for Tom Brady's total Super Bowl appearances. 56 divided by 8, Tom Brady's full name, would equal 7, Tom Brady's total Super Bowl wins. And 5 divided by 6 equals 83%, or 8/3 for Tom Brady's birthday. 5 times 6 equals 30, and we can reduce 30 to 3 plus 0, which equals 3 for Tom. And when you convert the Roman numerals LVI 56 into English letters, instead of 56, LVI takes on a different alphanumeric value. L equals 11, for it being the 11th number in the alphabet. V equals 22, and I equals 9. So 11 plus 22 plus 9 equals 42, or 4 plus 2, which equals 6, Tom Brady's Patriots Super Bowl wins, or 4 times 2, which again equals 8 for Tom Brady's full name. We can also add the Roman 56 plus the English 42 to get 98. 9 plus 8 equals 17, or 1 plus 7, which equals 8 for Tom Brady's full name, or 1 times 7, which equals 7 for Tom Brady's total Super Bowl wins. And if you multiply the Roman 56 times the English 42, 56 times 42 equals 2,352, and we can reduce that to 2 plus 3 plus 5 plus 2, which equals 12. This embedded symbolism can get deep, and thankfully we have the Holy Spirit to guide us. Amen? The Super Bowl itself, 56, also tells an abbreviated champion's tale about Title Tom. 5-6. Brady won 5 total Super Bowl MVPs and had 6 Super Bowl wins with the New England Patriots. 5 plus 6 equals 11, or 1 plus 1, which equals 2. Tom Brady's number of Super Bowl teams. He played on the Patriots and the Buccaneers. And if we subtracted the 5 from the 6, we would get 1, which represents Tom Brady's Super Bowl win with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The final score of 23-20 was certainly a part of the tribute to Brady as well. Let's take a closer look. The Rams' score of 23 could be looked at as 2 times 3, which equals 6, Tom Brady's Super Bowl wins with the Patriots, and 2 plus 3, which equals 5, for the last name Brady and for Tom Brady's Super Bowl MVPs. And if we subtracted the 2 from the 3, we would, of course, be left with 1, Tom Brady's Super Bowl win with Tampa Bay. The Cincinnati score of 20 is equal to Tom Brady's years in New England, and if we reduce 20 to 2 plus 0, that would give us 2, Tom Brady's years in Tampa Bay. Looking at the digits in the entire score, we see that if we add the Rams 2 plus 3, then multiply by the Bengals 2 plus 0, we would have the equation 5 times 2, which equals 10, Tom Brady's total Super Bowl appearances. If we multiplied numbers of value straight across, we would get the equation 2 times 3 times 2, which equals 12. And if we simply add straight across, we would get the equation 2 plus 3 plus 2 plus 0, which equals 7, Tom Brady's total Super Bowl wins. Also, the point differential of 3 for Tom is the same difference Brady won by, respectively, in his first 3 Super Bowl games, in Super Bowl 36, 38, and Super Bowl 39. Interesting so far, but let's move on. The carefully created, then glorified GOAT, Tom Brady, had a well-documented and unusually long 22-year pro football career. His record-setting championship run with his 2 teams, the Patriots, 8 letters for Tom Brady's full name, and the Buccaneers, 10 letters for Tom Brady's Super Bowl appearances, was initiated and concluded with Rams Super Bowl wins. The last NFC team to win the Super Bowl before Brady began his title run was the St. Louis Rams in Super Bowl 34. And the first NFC team to win the Super Bowl after his title run was the Los Angeles Rams in Super Bowl 56. The last AFC team to win the Super Bowl before the reign of Brady was the Baltimore Ravens, who won Super Bowl 35. So technically speaking, when the Patriots won Super Bowl 36, they simultaneously dethroned the current Ravens champion, the Black Deathbird team from the predominantly black town, thereby further solidifying this NFL-produced racially implied narrative. Thus, Brady's legendary career was bracketed by the St. Louis Rams' first Super Bowl win and the Los Angeles Rams' first Super Bowl win 22 years apart, the span of Tom Brady's NFL career. In coordinated fashion, the head coaches of both of these respective teams were present for this LA-based NFL championship event in the form of Dick Vermeil, the winning coach of Super Bowl 34, and of course Sean McVay, the winning coach of Super Bowl 56. There was even a sports drama film released around the time of the Super Bowl called American Underdog, the Kurt Warner story, that was ostensibly about former NFL quarterback Warner, but subconsciously hearkened to Tom Brady's supreme underdog status as a late-round NFL draft pick. This film also reminds us that Brady defeated Warner's Rams to win Super Bowl 36. Also, the complete title of the movie is 34 letters. 3 plus 4 equals 7 for Tom Brady's total Super Bowl wins. St. Louis Rams quarterback Kurt Warner wore the number 13 and won Super Bowl 34. Los Angeles Rams quarterback Matthew Stafford wore number 9 and won Super Bowl 56. Warner's 13 and Stafford's 9 combined equals 22, Tom Brady's NFL career. And the difference between 56 and 34 is 22. So we have 2 sets of 22, which equals 44, Tom Brady's age at retirement, or we could look at that as 4 plus 4, which equals 8, Tom Brady's full name. Kurt Warner, 10 letters, plus Matthew Stafford, 15 letters, would give us 10 plus 15, which would equal 25. 2 plus 5 equals 7 for Tom Brady's total Super Bowl wins. And we could also spell Matt Stafford's name using the abbreviated version, Matt Stafford, which would give us 12 letters, plus Kurt Warner's 10 letters, would give us 22 again, 10 12 plus 10 would give us 22 for Tom Brady's total career years. In addition, Kurt Warner and Matt Stafford's combined Rams Super Bowl record is 2-1, or 21. We could reverse that to make the 21 12. And Kurt Warner's individual total Super Bowl record is 1-2, or 12 again. Okay, so now let's look at a noteworthy, albeit scripted, GOAT Rams Super Bowl pattern. The Rams as a franchise have now appeared in 5 Super Bowl games with a total win-loss record of 2-3, or 66%. 6 plus 6 equals 12. In their third Super Bowl appearance in Super Bowl 36, the Rams lost to Tom Brady and the Patriots, bringing their Super Bowl record at the time to a mark of 1-2, or 12. But for their respective cities of residence, the St. Louis Rams are 1-1 in the Super Bowl, including a loss to Tom Brady, and the LA Rams also have a Super Bowl loss to Tom Brady with a record of 1-2, or 12, following their Super Bowl victory in Super Bowl 56. Another fun lottery-style fact is that Pittsburgh Steelers quarterback Terry Bradshaw, also number 12, defeated the LA Rams in Super Bowl 14 to give that city's Rams their first ever Super Bowl loss. 22 years later, the span of Tom Brady's career, Tom Brady, the other TB12, defeated the St. Louis Rams in Super Bowl 36 to give that city's Rams their first ever Super Bowl loss. This synchronicity goes at least one step further, as Super Bowl 14 marked Terry Bradshaw's final Super Bowl win with the Steelers over the LA Rams, and similarly, Super Bowl 53 marked Tom Brady's final Super Bowl win with the Patriots over the LA Rams, 39 years after the Bradshaw win. 3 plus 9 equals 12. So if we zoom out for a wider perspective as it pertains to the career of Tom Brady and the Rams franchise, we see the following beautifully designed 4-step Super Bowl pattern. Number 1, the St. Louis Rams win Super Bowl 34, then Tom Brady enters the NFL. Number 2, Tom Brady's Patriots beat the St. Louis Rams in Super Bowl 36 for Tom Brady's first Super Bowl win. Number 3, Tom Brady's Patriots beat the Los Angeles Rams in Super Bowl 53 for Tom Brady's sixth and last Super Bowl win with the Patriots. And number 4, Tom Brady eventually retires from the NFL, then the Los Angeles Rams win Super Bowl 56. A very impressive pattern indeed that was decades in the making. And take notice how from Tom Brady's first Super Bowl win over the St. Louis Rams in Super Bowl 36 to his last Patriots championship over the LA Rams in Super Bowl 53, there is a span of 17 years. The 1 and 7 could of course equal 8, Tom Brady's full name. That 8 could also be broken into 4 and 4, or 44 for Tom Brady's retirement age. But that 17, which appears so prominently throughout Tom Brady's career, is also the number of letters in the term Black History Month, during the first week of which Tom Brady won all 7 of his Super Bowl titles. In fact, the first Super Bowl won by an Afro-American quarterback in the NFL was Doug Williams, 12 letters, who wore the number 17 for the Washington Redskins, as they were named at the time. The championship Williams won was Super Bowl 22, Tom Brady's NFL career span, and was 12 years before the Rams' first title in Super Bowl 34, which immediately preceded Tom Brady's historic career. This succinctly codifies and envelops the racially tagged career of super character Tom Brady. Even the teams on the field in Super Bowl 56 were color coordinated for the occasion, as the Rams in white jerseys came from behind to defeat the Bengals in black. Los Angeles equals 10 letters. Cincinnati equals 10 letters. Los Angeles Rams equals 14 letters. 1 plus 4 equals 5 for Brady or Tom Brady Super Bowl MVPs, 1 in Tampa Bay and 4 in New England. Cincinnati Bengals equals 17 letters, Black History Month, or 1 plus 7, which equals 8, Tom Brady's full name, or 1 times 7, which equals 7, Tom Brady's total Super Bowl wins. What theatrics and what are the odds? This layered coronation's halftime performance received considerable pre-game buzz because of its Super Bowl first all hip-hop and R&B performing act that included Dr. Dre, 5 letters, Snoop Dogg, 9 letters, Eminem, 6 letters, Mary J. Blige, 10 letters, Kendrick Lamar, 13 letters, and 50 Cent. And we'll just add 50 to that total, or Curtis Jackson, where we can add 13 to that total. Thus, the total letters from these performers will equal either 5 plus 9 plus 6 plus 10 plus 13 plus 50, which will equal 93. 9 plus 3 equals 12. Or we could add those letters from the performers: 5 plus 9 plus 6 plus 10 plus 13 plus another 13 for Curtis Jackson, and that will equal 56, the number of the Super Bowl, or the number of all the relationships between 56 and Tom Brady. And if we divided 56 letters by the 6 performers, it would give us 9.3, or 9 plus 3 if we reduced it, which would give us 12 again. So right down to the halftime show, things seem to be coordinated for good old Uncle Tom. The national anthem was performed by Mickey Guyton, 12 letters, and even the singing of the Black national anthem, Lift Every Voice and Sing, the only pre-game song that was relegated to being performed outside the stadium, was sung by contemporary gospel group Mary Mary, 8 letters for Tom Brady's full name. So through these proven numeric patterns, structured coincidences, and probably much more, when you calculate various other names and player statistics, we can clearly see that this particular offering of the Super Bowl spectacle was a thinly veiled, star-studded gala and homage ceremony to the man who is the most extraordinary work of fiction that viewers of the NFL have ever known. I hope you've enjoyed this presentation of Super Bowl 56, a scripted tribute to an imaginary GOAT. Are you good at keeping secrets? So is the NFL. But every sports fan deserves the truth. See the connections that only a guiding director could pull off by learning what the league itself will never tell you openly. Then discover how they create and predict their own legends. Get your copy of The Given GOAT today.